What's up everybody, and welcome to my channel. And in this tutorial series, as some of you already know, that we are working with Node.js to create an API for our application. Now in this specific tutorial we're going to do two things. First, we are going to get the method that the user is making a request on, and secondly we are going to get the query string so we know what the user is going to modify and change. Now, before we start actually coding, I highly recommend for those who are new to this channel to subscribe and go to the first video that I have created for this Node.js tutorial series. I highly recommend to start from the beginning. So let's get started. Firstly, let's make some comments so we know what we are doing. Okay, now as I promised at the beginning of the video, we are going to get the method. Now, if you look at these two parameters of our callback function, we have this request object. Now, to get the methods, it's very simple. We just create a variable called method, and we just assign it to request.method. And it just gets the method that the user is making the call. But we get the method sometimes in uppercase and sometimes in lowercase, sometimes in capitalized form. So to make all of them into the same format, we just use some string formatting function. To lowercase. Yes, this one. So it just makes it all of them lowercase. Now let's test it out. As you know, to run this program we use Node. And we just type node, and then we type the file name, which is index.js. Now if we hit enter, you can see that I'm listening on port 5000 now. And if you go to our browser and just type localhost 5000, it says hello world, which is a response. This is not really important thing for this tutorial, but when we look at the console, it says with the method get, which means we are making the request call with get request. If you want to make post request, I'm just going to show you in API testing tool, and I have installed it to my Chrome. There are a lot of API testing services online, but I'm just using this extension. Now if we make this post and we send the request for this URL, now if we send the request for this URL, which means localhost 5000, it says here okay, which is good. We got the response. When we look at our console, we see that with the method post, which means it's using post request. Now it's important to know the method that the user is sending request, because sometimes we need post request to just create or insert the data, and sometimes we use head and sometimes we use delete to delete the data. So it's really important. Now let's start the second part of our tutorial, which is getting the query string object. As I said, we need the query string object to know what the user is trying to modify. For example, if he is going to try if he wants to modify his name on the database, he might send some kind of query string. Now, let's code that, and you know what I'm talking about. So we say query string object, and that equals to parse URL. Remember that we have a parse URL which has all the data that the user, every time user hits to localhost 5000 and /users or whatever. Now we get the query string from this object. Now we have assigned this query string object to this variable. To test it out, let's console out that to our console, and we say, and the query string object is, and I just put column here and query string object. Hopefully that'll work, and let's run that. We just kill it by pressing Ctrl C on Windows, and we run that again. Okay, now let's go to our API tester and let's make post request and with some query strings. Here we have got query parameters, or you can use that by just using question mark. You put question mark after the URL. For example, let's put /users and we put question mark and we say name equals to Octam, and we just send that request. And if you look at that, it says 200, which is okay. Now if we go to our console, look, user with the method, I mean this is the path that we entered user, and we get it with post request, and the query string object is name and Octam. Name here, the name is the key and the value is Octam. So this makes it much more easier to work with. For example, if you want to get the name, you just put another dot here and say name, and if it's available you just get it. So this makes it query string object. Now this is all for this tutorial, but before we finish, I just want to say that if you want to show your respect, please like this video, and if you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss anything. See you guys in the next video.